Welcome, dear viewers. In this video, we would like to give you an overview of our product portfolio and go into more detail about certain aspects such as licenses or video surveillance solutions. I hope you will enjoy watching it. Synology basically offers hardware and software solutions for networking. Overall, our product portfolio is divided into following areas. Synology NAS, video surveillance router or network technology, accessories as RAM modules, SSDs, etc., licenses, and Synology C2 Cloud. We will now go through the whole portfolio step by step and start with point number 1, the NAS servers. We have several NAS series in our portfolio. The main differentiation criteria here is the CPU, performance, form factor, expandability. We have the J and the Value series, the Plus series, the XS and XS Plus series, and all flash, which are meant to be operated with SSDs to benefit from low latency and fast access to files. So what do we need to consider to choose the right NAS? Well, that depends entirely on the applications. The J and the Value series are suitable for home users who only want to run a small file server without special additional functions. Especially the J Junior series is a classic entry-level model that is affordable, quiet, and energy saving. The Value series, as the name already explains, is more designed to offer precise value for the money in a good ratio. In the corporate context and with more demanding home users, we are always at least in the plus range, since this is where the more powerful devices begin. These then offer more network connections, can usually be expanded with more RAM, and offer more space for additional hard drives. Also, the software packages that you can download and use differ depending on the product series. Plus models support all Synology packages and are potential candidates for a variety of use cases. They are often used in small to medium businesses. In large environments, in the enterprise segment here, for example, a lot of virtualization is done with Hyper-V or VMware, and here we need at least one XS model. These are models with many slots that also offer the necessary computing power. The NAS devices from the XS Plus series are even more powerful. This is often about using 10 GBE for faster networks, and there are Intel Xeon CPUs installed that enable high IOPS, which is input-output operations per second. However, customers who have extremely high demands on IOPS need powerful hardware, like the one in our Flash Station series. Here we find models which are all flash that are meant to be operated with SSDs, which have 2 CPUs and up to 512 GB RAM. This allows very high data rates, which is especially relevant for large databases. FS, or flash stations, are also well suited for iSCSI loons, NFS storage, and Synology Virtual Machine Manager, Synology's own hypervisor. Now, how exactly is the classic Synology naming scheme composed? Let's dive in and let me explain. The first 2 letters describe the form factor of the device and thus answer the question whether it is modeled for the server rack station, or for the desktop disk station. The next 2 digits describe the number of hard disk bays. It is important to note that this is always the maximum number with an expansion unit connected. In this case, the NAS alone has 12 bays. However, up to 36 hard drives can be used with the expansion unit. The last 2 numbers always indicate the year of release. Finally, we can also list the product series by the letters attached to it. The RP models represent a special feature, and this abbreviation stands for redundant power and designates the devices with two built-in power supplies. This allows, for example, power failures to be absorbed by connecting a second power source. Other models which fall somewhat out of the classic naming scheme are the Slim, a very small unit that takes up very little space, is energy saving and quiet, as well as the Play version from the Value series, which is a NAS with multimedia focus that supports 4K streaming at a reasonable price. With the release of the SA3400 and FS6400 in July 2019, the new naming scheme for the enterprise models came into effect for the first time, which is shown here once. The first two letters here describe the model series. This is followed by the CPU details and the product generation, expressed in numbers, and the final letters then describes not the model series as before, but here special features like dual controller or possible use of the NVMe interface. The second division of Synology portfolio after NAS is video surveillance. We offer visual stations, NVR devices, and DVA. With our network video recorders, thousands of commercially available IP cameras can be used and combined smoothly. So NVRs are special NAS for managing video surveillance recordings. They have an HDMI port to fully manage Synology surveillance station without any additional PCs. The visual station is a very small client for video surveillance software. It can be attached to the back of the TV and takes up very little space. DVA, meaning Deep Video Analytics device, use a graphic card in addition to the CPU, which enables AI-based video analysis functions. The third part of the portfolio is networking technology with our routers and mesh routers. They are running their own software, Synology Router Manager, and provide fast, constant internet access even over large areas. The next point are Synology accessories, and these include expansion units, SSDs, RAM modules, upgradable network cards, and the licenses. The Synology SSDs are optimized for our storage solutions and are therefore the easiest and most reliable choice in terms of compatibility. Depending on the model, the NAS can be upgraded with RAM, M.2 SSD cache, adapters, and or 10 GBE, RJ45/SFP+. That's it for the hardware, but we can also upgrade the NAS on the software side. Our package center offers solutions for a wide range of applications and use cases. Most packages and functions are completely free of charge. For some, however, you need a license. Examples are device licenses for surveillance or licenses for the VMM Pro, which can be used to build a cluster of virtual machines. Beside classic software licenses, we also offer extended warranties for selected models, and moreover, Synology offers subscription plan packages for our C2 backup cloud situated in Frankfurt. With our products, we offer a broad portfolio of hardware and software solutions for many areas. Especially when it comes to choosing the right NAS, we always recommend long-term planning and possibly taking a look at our software specs and packages before buying. It is not uncommon for an originally planned simple file server to quickly become a productive office server and suddenly synchronize files in all directions, take on role of a mail server on a run, or run a few virtual machines. Especially in the business environment or for ambitious users, we recommend models from the Plus series on, which we can, in ideal case, expand later with RAM or via PCIe or with 10 GB network cards.